Hello everyone. Today we will take lesson about builder design pattern, and for this we only need to have knowledge of classes. What are the classes, and what are the constructors, and how we will use some OOPS concept. So basically, the person who has idea of OOPS, object oriented programming, can take this lesson and learn about this pattern. So we already know that design pattern is something is a way to create code systematically to make our code scalable and long lasting and more readable. So let's start for this pattern. Uh, so basically, this pattern is used to create objects. So we can create objects via constructor, we know, but how can we populate the member parameters of that class while creating an object? So this is there are various uh, object creational patterns, but builder is one of them, and it is a it this pattern we will normally people use while our class has multiple optional parameters. Optional parameters means, let's say our class has uh, 10 parameters, and out of which 4 parameters are mandatory but 6 parameters are not mandatory while creating the object. So at that in this in that case, builder design pattern is good to use. Okay, so let's move further. So to 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 learn this more, uh, with an we will try to learn this with an example, that is nutrition. So I have taken this example because it's a real life we use this in real life. We all purchase products, food products from shops, and we see that every food product has back cover with these nutritions mentioned there. Let's say what are the possible composition of these nutritions, like what how much calcium is there in that product, how much fat is there in that product. So that's why, but we know that different products has different composition, and some product may not have calcium, maybe some product may not have protein. So means all these parameters are optional for for those every product. Okay, means we are not sure that these parameters are common to all the products. Let's say we have a product A which can have all these parameters, but we have product B which can contain only fat and protein, and we have product C which can contain only mineral and calcium. So means it's a very good example to learn this pattern, and which has optional parameters. So I've created a class here with name nutrition, and with with um, with some with some members mentioned here, that is mineral, calcium, fat, protein, and blah blah blah, and again last carbo. So this is the our normal class for which we want to create the objects in our application. Now, what are the ways to create objects of this class? The simple way is to create a constructor, but here, uh, if we are going to create constructor, so either we need to create a constructor with which contain all these parameter passed in the constructor, and while creating the object we need to take care of the sequence of the these parameters we need to pass while creating the object. So means it's a complex and it's a mistakeful creation. And let's say the other way is to create uh, objects is to create uh, constructor with various combinations. Let's say I will create one constructor uh, with only mineral and calcium. Next, we can create constructor with only mineral fat. We can create one constructor which contain all these parameters. We can create constructor with only fat, protein, and carbo. So there are multiple combinations, and when the count of these parameters gets increased, it will become tedious and tedious. So means it is better to move to some other uh, variety of code to create objects of these type of classes, which has multiple optional parameters uh, to create different objects. So for this builder pattern, design pattern fits most. So let's uh, look uh, how it works. So this is the normal constructor with all the parameters, all the parameters, optional parameters. I have created a constructor for the our nutrition class, and simply I am just initializing the values in this constructor, initializing the values in this constructor. Okay. Now in this design pattern, we create a builder class, which is simple class. Okay, and this class has all the optional parameters our main class have. You can see that our nutrition class have mineral, calcium, fat, protein, carbo, and some other blah blah, some other parameters. Similarly, our this builder class, that is nutrition builder, has calcium, minerals, fat, protein, carbo. So and you can see there is all there is one more constructor I have created with empty parameters, that is nutrition builder, which is needed. So this nutrition builder class is simple class which contains all the parameters for with same data type uh, for which it works as a builder. Okay, so now these are some setter functions, and you can see these are normal setter functions of like a class have, but the main difference is that this normally setter function doesn't return anything, but this setter function of this builder class is returning itself to the caller. Okay, now this is the main function which will return the main object which we will need it. So you can see I have this build function is creating nutrition class with all the parameters initialized. Now so this is the code we write to create the uh, nutrition object. So first we will create nutrition builder object, that is new nutrition builder, and then we call all the setters, and we will call only those setters which for which we have values. Let's say we have only values for fat and protein, so we will call only setter only for fat and protein, not for carbo. Okay, it by default takes the default value for carbo. So this way we can, and this is we can see this is also meaningful. So people can easily see that we are setting protein to 1.7. Okay, means it's not something unclear. It is very clear that we are going to set protein to 1.7. So means it's more readable to create uh, to set uh, values and create an object. And finally we will after number of setters we will call the function build, and create that build function will create the nutrition object, and it will return us Okay, so and we can use this nutrition object in our application. Now let's move to the advantage. And advantage, as we have already discussed uh, during this video, um, one advantage is this pattern gives us ability to write the readable code. And readable, you can see anybody can read that how and easily understand how we are creating the objects. Now we need no second advantage is we don't need to create multiple constructor for the main class, that is notation class. Otherwise, if we are going to create uh, constructor for every possible combination, then it will take much time, and it will create confusion there in the application while writing and while using those constructors. So now one disadvantage of builder pattern is that to create a to create the main class, we need to to create the main class object, we need to create the builder class object also. So means for to create one object, we need to create two objects. So in our case, for creating nutrition object, we had we have to create object of nutrition builder also. And after when we call dot build function there, we go to nutrition object. But to create nutrition object, we have created two objects. But uh, in today's era, we don't have much we don't have much constant on memory side. So this disadvantage is just we can neglect while we have we have we have need of this design pattern. Okay, so this is all build a design pattern. Simply in summary, whenever we need to create a class with multiple optional parameters, and it can goes up to, you can say, 20, then we directly go to build a design pattern. It's a very good uh, creational design pattern. And in in Java we can see we have many plugin where it automatically writes the builder class for ourselves. And let's say, for example, Lombok. I have used Lombok many time, and just by using annotations, we can create builder classes for our main class. So this is this is all for today, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe and comments me to improve. Thank you.